What's up, guys? It's your boy, Barca Boy 103. Today we're going to be reacting to the Barcelona news over the past 48 hours, where there is a lot of reports to cover. Firstly, on the return of Lionel Messi, Sergio Aguero has spoken and has given a big hint to Joan Laporta on how to bring back Lionel Messi, and also more reports coming in from Argentina and Gerrard Romero about Messi's return being closer than ever before. Also, we have more reports on Ilkay Gundogan getting closer to joining Barcelona as well, following Xavi's request to sign the player, and how Gundogan is very interested in making a move to the Catalonia. But also, we have some updates on player sales as well. Firstly, on Ansu Fati, there's a big dilemma at the club. The club have no agreement and no idea what to do with Ansu Fati, whether to sell him, keep him, or loan him. And we do have the big update over the past 48 hours, which is, of course, salary reductions for the complied FFP. Bring back Messi, sign Inigo Martinez, sign Ilkay Gundogan. Salary reductions is a must. The club have started talks with Jordi Alba and planned talks as well with Frenkie, Jong, and Marc Ter Stegen. But before we get into it, make sure you guys smash that like button down below. Let's try to get to 200 likes in this video. Be very much appreciated. Also, if you're new, make sure you subscribe down below if you haven't already, and let's get into it. Let's start off with the transfer news over the past 48 hours. Now, first, we're going to be discussing Barcelona's next objective in the summer transfer window, which is Ilkay Gundogan, after seeing the signing of Inigo Martinez, pending, of course, financial fair play regulations. In Spain, we've got all the reports that reported on it on the channel over the past few days, but we do have some new reports coming in from England, from The Athletic. They've come out saying that Barcelona are increasingly interested in signing Ilkay Gundogan, to the extent that some involved in the negotiation over his future believe that a move to Barcelona is now likely. So again, Barcelona keep on pushing to sign Ilkay Gundogan again as a free agent. They want to get this deal done before June, just like last year when we finished the signing of Kessie and Christensen. They want to do the same thing with Gundogan and Inigo Martinez. Like I've always said, I'll say again, I think Gundogan will be a good signing for Barcelona. He'll come in to replace Pablo Torre, who will go out on loan. You have a strong midfield option. He can also play in the pivot. He can do a job there. And also, when Xavi wants to deploy a forward midfield option, it does strengthen us in numbers. So we'll wait and see on this one. Keep your eyes on it. No doubt, if Gundogan wants to join Barcelona, he will have to take a significant salary reduction to what he currently has at Man City. According to reports, he currently earns around 200,000 euros per week. If he's going to Barcelona, he's going to have to at least cut that in half, in my opinion. But also reports are suggesting that if Gundogan does take a salary reduction, he wants a longer contract. He wants maybe a 3-year deal instead of a 1 or 2-year deal, which Barcelona are probably planning on offering. I think what will happen is that Barcelona will offer him a 2-year deal with a 1-year option for a further season. But we'll wait and see on those final details. But again, Barcelona are indeed pushing for the signing of Ilkay Gundogan and want to get it completed in the next month. Now, despite the fact that Barcelona are already going to sign a center back in Inigo Martinez, we have been linked with another free agent center back, and that is Ivan Ndicka. Gabriel Sanz from Deportivo has come out saying that Barcelona have positive reports on Ivan Ndicka, and he fits in the profile that the club wants, but many other clubs like Liverpool, PSG, Juventus, AC Milan, Inter Milan, Real Betis, and Sevilla are also interested. Barcelona do not want to enter a bidding war for him. We've seen this a lot over the past few years when Barcelona want to only go for a player that they're the only club they're in for him. Maybe they'll battle with one other club like Chelsea, but apart from that, when a lot of clubs want one player, Barcelona tend to pull out. I think even Ndicka would have been a better signing than Inigo Martinez, simply on the fact that right now you could say they're on the same level and there's a more long-term future with Ivan Ndicka. I mean, if we still want to have 5 center backs, we want to maybe get rid of Eric Garcia, bring Ivan Ndicka in, and bring him and Inigo Martinez. Highly that's going to happen. I think Barcelona would rather keep Eric Garcia than bring in Ivan Ndicka. And like all reports suggest over the past few weeks, Barcelona will not sign any other center back other than Inigo Martinez. So again, Ivan Ndicka was an option for Barcelona, but now Barcelona have looked elsewhere, and Ivan Ndicka does have many other options of clubs to join this summer. Now, another position where Barcelona want to start in this summer is, of course, in the attack, and a new name has emerged as a strong and official link to Barcelona, and that is the return of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Now, over the past few days, Barcelona TV Plus released their weekly recap where they had a video of Aubameyang coming into the locker room to celebrate the El Clasico win. During that moment he was coming into the locker room, a lot of the players were chanting "Alba stay, Alba stay." After that video was released by Barcelona, Ronald from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang is an alternative option for Barcelona in the case they are unable to sign Victor Roca due to FFP. I said this in the last video and I'll say it again, keep your eyes on the Aubameyang situation. I think he's next in line to a few of our first targets, whether it's Victor Roca, Leo Messi, whatever the case may be. I think he's next in line to join Barcelona. Free agent, because according to reports, Chelsea will terminate his contract, and again, he will take a very, very low salary like he did when he first came to Barcelona. I think he was going to be earning, I think 350. Oh, no, that was a dumb. I think he was earning around 80,000 per week, but that was supposed to triple once the new season started. That's why Barcelona sold him. So keep your eyes on Alba. His return is on the table. He is considered as an alternative option to a few of our first choice options, but again, those have to fall through first. The club are still pushing very, very hard for Victor Roca. They want to get a loan move done for him with a buy obligation, or they want to buy like 85% of his rights, something like that as well. It's also on the table. So the club are moving wonders to sign Victor Roca. If all else fails, they will try and pursue Aubameyang. But a forward's return that is the priority at Barcelona over Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang and will also be a free agent this summer is of course the return of the greatest human being to ever touch a football, Lionel Andres Messi. Now, as you all know, the Kings League is a league that PK runs, a little bit of like futsal, 5v5, 10v10, there's all these rules and stuff. There's going to be some games at the Camp Nou very, very soon. Apparently those games at the Camp Nou are sold out. Sergio Aguero has a team in the Kings League alongside Gerrard Romero. They were doing like some, conversation, and Jordi Alba asked Aguero about his thoughts on Messi returning to Barcelona. Here's what Aguero said. Keep in mind, Aguero, former Barcelona player, and of course, best friends, literally best friends with Leo Messi. He came out saying that my feeling is that there is a 50% chance that Leo Messi will return to Barcelona. I think that Leo should retire at Barcelona. Barcelona is his home, and he has to finish his career there. But Joan Laporta has to make an effort in bringing back Leo. What he means by that is that Joan Laporta has to call Leo and talk to him. So again, more confirmation that since Messi's departure, Laporta and Messi face-to-face, mouth-to-mouth, voice-to-voice, still haven't had a conversation. Maybe through intermedials, there has been that kind of communication, but 1v1, that hasn't been there. And when Aguero said this, Jordi Alba was, of course, in the little conversation circle, and he went crazy, drinking some water, opening his mouth. He then called an immediate live stream on his Twitch to react to the news, and he came out saying that Aguero knows that Barcelona and Joan Laporta is one step away from Messi's return. There is someone at the club close to Laporta who has been working for a few months so that Messi can return, but a face-to-face meeting with Joan Laporta and Messi is still missing. Members of the club have told their close circles that Leo Messi has a good chance of returning to Barcelona. Moreover, for Messi's return, Barcelona will have to reduce the salaries of Busquets and Jordi Alba, sell players, and cut the wages of a couple more players for Messi's return. As of today, if it doesn't happen, the signing of Messi is very complicated. We will talk about the wage reductions later on in the video. We do have some more reports backing Jordi Alba's claim. Again, the meeting is still missing between Messi and Joan Laporta, but everyone is saying that this return is getting closer and closer. Juan Martí from Relevo came out saying that Messi is waiting for Barcelona to transfer its words to facts and make the offer. Messi is in no hurry to decide his future, and in the next 8 to 10 weeks, Barcelona have to find a solution to make an offer to him. So again, the club are working to reduce salaries, sell players, so that way we can comply with FFP. Once that is sorted out, then the offer to Messi can be presented. But we are hearing some confirming reports from the Argentina media also as well on Messi's return to Barcelona. It usually always been Barcelona outlets, Jordi Romero, Juan Martí, Raccoon the other day, but now the reports from Argentina as well are coming in. One of the more live journalists has come in saying that Leo Messi will leave PSG this summer. He will not renew his contract. So more confirmation that Messi will be leaving PSG. And also Veronica Bonatti, who of course back in November was one of the first journalists to say that Messi's return to Barcelona is possible. She's come out saying that official talks have begun between Barcelona and Messi for his return. Messi wants to come back, and the club is optimistic that it will be done. Oh my god. Look, this is gonna be a roller coaster like nothing else. Let me make that clear. The stipulations that had to be in place for Messi's return is astounding. FFP complying with FFP. Messi gets a good offer. We still have to cut salaries, sell players. All this stuff is still absolutely all over the place. This is going to be an up and down, up and down, up and down circle. But since January 26th, I believe, when Jordi Alba first came out saying that Messi's return to Barcelona is possible, we've been nothing on a upwards trajectory, which I think is fantastic. Now, about this Messi-Laporta face-to-face meeting, Laporta has since spoken to Tony Juan Marti of Relevo after Jordi Alba confirmed that Messi and Laporta have to meet first for Messi's return to be, 100% flow, ready to go. Joan Laporta did speak to Juan Marti, and he came out saying that Messi knows that Barcelona's doors are open. We will see. I have to find a way to improve the current relationship between Messi and Barcelona. The legacy that I found when I became president was not good at all, and I had to make a decision which I am not satisfied with. So what's the forms of grief? First one is regret. So Laporta is saying in the media publicly, I do regret letting Messi go, but I had to. I didn't want to do it. Had to be done. And he knows himself that he has to speak to Messi for this return to happen. So I think what's been happening over the past few months that they put this stuff in the media, Messi likes it. He's open to the idea. His family wants to come back. Messi doesn't want to stay with PSG. PSG don't really want to spend the money to renew his contract. They want to renew on the same deal. But Mbappe has all the money, blah, blah, blah. And then Laporta drops the stuff about Messi coming back to Barcelona. The fact that Jordi Alba went crazy after what Aguero said tells you everything. And the fact that Aguero has spoken out about this tells you everything as well. I think Aguero said that to put pressure on Joan Laporta. If Messi's wife came out in the media and said that, Messi has to speak with Laporta first, the amount of pressure that would put is ridiculous. Whether it's Suarez, Aguero, Busquets, Jordi Alba, maybe his kids as well, Thiago, Mateo, and Chiro, whatever the case may be, all this is leading to the same road of Joan Laporta having that conversation with Messi. So we'll wait and see. I think this will probably start to kick off, at the beginning of May, once Barcelona end the season. Maybe go into a little post-season friendly in Japan or China. But this return is possible. The club are making moves. They're trying to make room on the wage bill, trying to reduce some salaries, sell some players. All these things are in motion to make Messi's return to Barcelona become a reality. Let's now discuss the players who have been rumored to leave Barcelona over the past 48 hours. First up is a Barcelona B player in Ilias Akhomach, who will be leaving the club this summer as a free agent. Sport have come out saying that Leeds United are in pole position to sign Ilias Akhomach. Arsenal are also following him closely. In addition, Sevilla, AC Milan, and another unnamed club are also interested, but Barcelona will try to keep a percentage of his future sale. So Akhomach's journey at Barcelona will be coming to an end. He's a player that had his opportunity in the first team under Koeman, under Sergi Barjuan, and also under Xavi as well. Couldn't take the opportunity. And also Barcelona B hasn't really shunned as we expected. I think Estañez right now is the other winger that's actually doing better than him at the moment. So he has no future at Barcelona. He will end up leaving so that way he can get into the first team. Not too fussed about losing him, but I love the fact that Barcelona want to keep a future percent of his future sale, or maybe a buyback clause in there. Despite him leaving a free agent, if he agrees to it, the player, you still can throw in these, stipulations. So wait and see with Ilias Akhomach, but he is set to leave Barcelona this summer as a free agent. Now, another player who is set to leave Barcelona this summer is, of course, Sergino Dest, and we have more confirmation about AC Milan not willing and not wanting to execute their €20 million purchase option for Dest, and is coming in from Mateo Merito from Relevo. He's come out saying that AC Milan will not execute the purchase option to sign Sergino Dest permanently, but that does not mean that AC Milan don't want him permanently. Of course, we heard from Ben Aid a few months ago that AC Milan don't want to buy Dest for €20 million. They will not execute that buy option, but they do want him for cheap, for around €10 million, something like that. I think what a couple do is bring back Dest, put him on the market, see what offers come in, and then they will take the next further steps. Of course, Dest has no future at Barcelona. I remember his classical under Koeman when we lost 3-1. He played so well. I thought he was going to be the future of our right back position. And this is the things that happen. Consistency doesn't go well. Coaches doesn't back you. Xavi has given him the opportunities, of course. And Xavi said he's not good enough. And you have to move on with that. So we'll see what happens with Dest. But again, his future is far away from Barcelona. The question now in my mind is how much money we're actually going to get for Dest. Hopefully we can recuperate anything close to what we spend. I think we spend, €22 million on Dest, maybe 25. So if we can get 15 few million euros an add-on, maybe 10 few million euros in add-ons, I'll be fine. I think we have to get double digits at least as a guaranteed fixed fee. If we get anything lower than that, were an absolute shambles. So again, what you see on Dest, but again, his future is nowhere near in the Barcelona first team, and he will leave the club in some sort of capacity this summer. Now, a player's future at the club that is very much in doubt this summer, but the club have absolutely no idea what to do with the situation, is of course Ansu Fati. Now, Mundo Deportivo have come out saying that there is a dilemma at Barcelona regarding Ansu Fati. Some at the club are in favor of his sale since he's not been an important player for Xavi currently, and his sale would largely help the club financially. Moreover, his salary is on the medium to high range. That some are in favor of a loan, which will allow him to gain confidence with more minutes, or to revalue himself for a hypothetical sale next year. But Xavi is confident in his quality and considers that he can grow more, but the reality is that he is prioritizing Rafinha and also Ferran Torres as the substitute for Ousmane Dembele, despite Fati's physical level being similar to that before his serious knee injury, and the use of 4 midfielders in the formation doesn't help Ansu Fati either. This, I think, is one of the most difficult situations I have encountered in a very, very long time as a Barcelona fan. I have absolutely no idea what to do with Ansu Fati. I really, really don't. I think if Messi comes back, I think he should leave. Whether it's a loan or a sale, I would hope for a loan because he needs minutes, and I know the quality of Ansu Fati. Injury didn't help him that much, but I think it all depends on Messi's return. If Messi comes back, you give him number 10, then maybe you can think about offers, whatever the case may be, that's fine. But Messi doesn't come back, I would give Ansu Fati 1 more year. I think the quality is there. It says there Xavi is confident, but Xavi prefer right now Rafinha and Ferran Torres. Rafinha, totally understandable, but Ferran Torres, I don't really see it. I think both on their day, both at their peak, Ansu Fati is better than Ferran Torres, but I have absolutely no idea what I'd do. I think if an offer comes in anything above 90 million, you've got to study it. You've got to consider it. You have to take it into account for sure. Anything under that, I don't think the club will really go and sell him for 50, 60 million euros, but a loan with a significant loan fee, because this is Ansu Fati. This is, one that faces of Barcelona, number 10. You're getting a loan fee. I'm thinking at least 5 to 10 million euro loan fee, and of course wages covered in full. So wait and see how this develops over the next few months, but I honestly have no idea how this situation will turn out. I think everything right now is on the table, him staying, sell, or leaving on loan, because the situation is very delicate. The club needs to make some space in the wage bill, need to earn some money through revenue through sales as well, and Ansu Fati could be a player that is sacrificed. Now, a player who wants to stay at Barcelona this summer at all costs is of course Franck Kessie, whose agent has been speaking in the media via Fabrizio Romano. These are the words coming in from Franck Kessie's agency. They've come out saying that we denied a possible transfer of Kessie, same for player and the club, but fake news is annoying. Possibility for Kessie leaving Barcelona this summer is the same as hoping that a snake may suddenly have legs next summer. So his agency is saying, look, there is little to no chance that Franck Kessie will leave Barcelona this summer. The club don't really want to sell him. The player definitely doesn't want to leave. Xavi does back him, and of course the contract for his 4 years is valid. I don't think Franck Kessie will leave either, barring, of course, an offer. We know that Tottenham Hotspur are interested, AC Milan want to return, Inter Milan are interested, I think Chelsea, Man United's name have been mentioned. If an offer comes in, the club will study and analyze it. I think anything above 3 million euros, the club will seriously look at it and probably sell him, especially if they can sign Ilkay Gundogan to come in as a free agent. But Franck Kessie's future at Barcelona should be sorted out. He should be staying at the Blaugrana this up and coming summer. But of course, in the Mercado, you just never know. Let's now take a look at one of the big topics discussed around Barcelona over the past 48 hours, and that is in regards, of course, to the salary reduction of a few players. Of course, we want to bring Messi back. A lot of players have to reduce their wages. Of course, Busquets is about to renew his contract on considerably less wages, but there are other players who have significantly higher wages, way higher than their market value at the club. One of the main ones being is Jordi Alba. Javi Miguel from AES, of course, one of the more reliable journalists in Barcelona and very, very close to Xavi. He's come out saying the club will meet with Jordi Alba and ask him to take a pay cut. If he does not agree to lower his salary, he will be asked to leave the club. In the worst case scenario, a contract termination is not ruled out either. Madre mia, joder, this is last summer all over again. With Jordi Alba, no doubt should he reduce his salary. He is currently sat on €250,000 per week, 250,000 euros per week, and he's been on the bench for the past 4 games and not played a minute in the past 4 games. He needs to bring that down at least to 100,000 in my opinion. Now, what has Jordi Alba always said in the media? He has done countless interviews over the past few months and has always been asked about his salary reduction, and he's always said, if the club asks, I will do it. Put your money where your mouth is. If the club asks him and he's saying no, he's gonna get pelters from every single culé in the world. So wait and see on Jordi Alba. If you sit down with Jordi Alba and say, look, reduce your salary and Messi will come back, he'll probably say, take it all, here's all my money, if I'm being completely honest. I think if he knows that Messi's going to come back and also the club is asking him to reduce his salary, I think he will end up doing it, especially being the 3rd captain of the club. So keep your eyes on Jordi Alba. Again, he has to reduce his salary. I mean, he has one more year left on his deal. He cannot be earning what he's earning right now. Absolutely ridiculous. So wait and see on that. But also, Javi Miguel from AS also came out saying that following Jordi Alba, Barcelona will attempt to discuss salary reductions with Frenkie de Jong and Ter Stegen. They will exercise with caution, though they are aware that both players are crucial to Xavi's project. What happened last summer? The club tried to, get some Bartomeu illegal contracts going, blah, blah, blah. You have to automatically reduce your salary. According to reports, Ter Stegen is currently earning around 300 to 350,000 euros per week. And of course, Frenkie de Jong is currently sat on 400,000 euros per week. I think both players should be earning what Jordi Alba is currently earning, around 250,000, around $250,000 per week. I think 300,000 for Ter Stegen is a bit much. I think 400 for Frenkie de Jong is ridiculous, despite the fact that both players are very, very crucial to the team. Now, the club will exercise this with caution. They want to go in there and ask, politely and nicely, because they don't want to ruin the relationship. That way, both players will try to maybe force a move, anything like that. I think with Ter Stegen, you're fine. I think if you do ask him, maybe he'll consider it. I don't think he'll lash out and, request a move, because he is, of course, a 4th captain of the club. With de Jong, though, you just never know. But I think de Jong's love for the club is there. He's been saying it a lot in the media over the past few months, so we'll wait and see. But this, like Gerrard Romero said, is one of the crucial steps in the return of Leo Messi salary reductions. If you take, 150,000 away from Jordi Alba, 100,000 from Frenkie de Jong, 100,000 from Ter Stegen, there's 350,000 euros per week right there. You can give that straight to Messi. Don't tell me it's not possible, because it is. It's just now down to the will of each player. So I'll wait and see what happens. But again, the club are starting to plan negotiations over salary reductions again. Let's now discuss some of the news surrounding Barcelona over the past 48 hours. Firstly, Gavi has now been officially removed, according to La Liga, as a first-team member of the squad. He has been removed from the official registration list, and he will no longer be wearing the number 6. He will return now to the number 30. This is going to be a very, very weird, a very unique case. He switched to number 6 for about 5 games, and now he's back to the number 30. The club have, assured Gavi that they will register his contract renewal at some point this summer, alongside Ronald Araujo as well. But all the situations are so damn complicated, especially with Javier Tebas changing the rules every single goddamn week. Like, it's ridiculous. But anyways, Gavi has now officially been unregistered as a first team member of Barcelona, and he will return with a subsidiary number, of course, number 30, as a juvenile A player, if I'm not mistaken, not even a Barcelona B player. That's why he's not on the list, because Pablo Torre registers Barcelona B player, Casado B player. That's why they're on the La Liga website. But Gavi was always a juvenile A player. He was never promoted to Barcelona B, so that's why his name is no longer on the La Liga website, as he will return to his original number 30. Now, one of the more interesting reports that have come out over the past few days is on the future of the captaincy at the club, and Javi Miguel from AES has come out saying that Xavi wants Lewandowski to be among the captains of the team next season. He sees him as a leader of the squad. Now, a couple things here. You already got 4 captains, of course: Busquets, Jordi Alba, Roberto, and Ter Stegen. If Lewandowski is going to become a captain, one of them is going to have to either be removed or leave. You have Messi possibly coming back as well. If Messi does come back, will he be given the captain's armband? Will he be the first team captain right again? A lot of if, buts, and maybes. I think Lewandowski is a leader of the squad. I think Xavi does appreciate him, but him actually putting on the armband is, I think, something that's very, very far away from reality. I honestly would be shocked at any point in his Barcelona career if Lewandowski wears the armband, because you have already 4 players ahead of him. You have other players who've been in the club for years on years on years. Then you have the possible return of the greatest human to ever put on a Barcelona shirt as well. So I think he sees him more as a leader vocally, maybe as a personnel, but with the captain's armband on his left hand is where the situation, I think, becomes a bit iffy. So we'll wait and see. Keep your eyes on it. But if any other captains leave or someone is stripped, Xavi does love Lewandowski, and he could be next in line to be a Barcelona captain. Now, in regards to the Espai Barca project, there has been a big turnaround over the past 48 hours, and it's coming in from Goal. They've come out saying that Barcelona are considering not playing at the Mojica Stadium next season after all. The possible sanction of UEFA and the rise in interest rates would be some of the reasons why. Now, I'm bringing this up because also Gerrard Romero hinted about this in one of his live streams a few days ago. He came out saying the club is considering staying at the Camp Nou for one more season now instead of moving to the Mojica next season because of Messi's possible return. Because let's say hypothetically you do all this work, reduce salaries, sell players, Messi comes back and he only plays one season, and that one season is going to be at the Mojica Stadium. It's a bit dead. We'll wait and see. Keep your eyes on this. I don't know if this will hinder the development of Espai Barca. I don't know if it'll delay it by a year. I don't know if renovation work can be done if there's going to be games being happening during the season. I have no idea. I'm hoping the club are thinking of kind of get Messi on a 2-year deal. That way they can move to the Mojica Stadium for 1 year. Then the second year for the grand reopening, they can have Messi there, to bring up the sales and all that sort of stuff. So we'll wait and see on this, but again, keep your eyes on it. There could be some development and come, changes in terms of the Espai Barca project. Now, one of Barcelona's main sources of revenue is, of course, selling merchandise, and next season's third kit has now been leaked. Of course, the first kit will be the red and blue stripes. The second kit will be the white kit with the old 1970 Barcelona badge, and now we have the possible third kit being leaked, coming in from Footy Headlines. Of course, Barcelona's possible third kit is on the screen right now for the 23-24 season. Footy Headlines also say this is only about 85% of what the kit will look like. There could be some other modifications. They could add some other strips, but this will be the premise of the third kit. So it's not going to look exactly like this. There could still be some changes. It's only 85% complete, but this, of course, giving me some 2011, 2012 vibes with that Qatar Airways teal kit. We had the red and blue blend in around the middle. Then we had a teal shirt. Very, very nice kit. I think I like it. Plain and simple. Looks, decent. I would hope for have a bit more red and blue on the shoulder and sleeve side, but I like the teal kind of navy blue color, and of course Spotify logo being blue, being black, as well, does have a good look at it. The badge will be the current badge as well. So wait and see how this looks. Again, this is not the full final visual of it. It's still going to have a few changes, but this is around the premise of the third kit for next season. Now, the final topic that I want to discuss before I end off this video is give you guys some injury updates surrounding the first team at Barcelona. We've suffered some more injuries during this international break, and I'm about to lose my goddamn mind. Over the past 24 hours, we have been given official confirmations from the club regarding some of the injuries. First one that has been confirmed now by the club is the injury of Ronald Araujo, but having been given from AES came out saying that Araujo is expected to be 100% ready for the match against Elche on April the 1st. Other outlets are saying that worst case scenario, he'll miss the Elche game, but he should be fit for the Clásico in the Copa del Rey on April the 5th, which of course is fantastic news. Nothing to worry about there. But with Araujo, though, you never know. This man suffers injuries left, right, and center, so keep your eyes on it. Next one that has been confirmed by the club is, of course, Frenkie de Jong, who did not even travel with the Dutch national team as he did suffer a little bit of a niggling injury after the El Clásico. And having from AES came out saying that Frenkie de Jong will be out for around 15 days with a hamstring injury. He is currently a doubt for the El Clásico, but there is trust in his ability to recover. So Frenkie de Jong currently listed as a doubt for the Clásico. He's going to be very, very important, very, very integral. So we're going to need him for that game, and hopefully in about 15 days he should be fully fit. It would be good to have him on the bench for Elche. Maybe he can come on and get a few minutes as well. But worst case scenario, I think he will be definitely in the squad list for the Clásico. But will he start or not? I think right now is where the doubts arise. But lastly, I touched about it in the last video, there has been a big blow for Barcelona during the international break yet again, and it is a blow to Andreas Christensen, who did go down with a hamstring injury against for Denmark, should I say. His injury is a long one. The club confirmed yesterday morning about his injury, and had Miguel from AES came out saying that Christensen will be out for around 3 to 4 weeks, and he will officially miss the second leg of the Copa del Rey against Real Madrid. Fernando Polo from Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Christensen could be out of action for more than a month as well. So he's saying around 4 to 6 weeks, where Javi Miguel saying around 3 to 4 weeks. Big blow again for Barcelona. Now we have only Koundé and Eric Garcia as our fifth center back. So expect to see a lot of Marcos Alonso playing at center back post international break. And also Mundo Deportivo came out saying that Barcelona do not understand why the Danish national team forced Andreas Christensen. He was nursing a niggle a few weeks ago, and he played a lot of recent games, including the last Sunday El Clasico, and was then forced to play again 4 days later against Finland. He only lasted 15 minutes and will now miss 3 weeks with a calf injury. So Barcelona not too happy with the Danish national team. I don't know why they played him as well. I don't know why Christensen didn't take that step forward, saying that, look, I'm kind of, holding a little niggle, give me a week off and I'll play the second international game, during the break. I get it, 0 qualifiers, so the games are kind of important, but what can you do? Let's just pray to God now Koundé doesn't get injured. If Koundé goes down with an injury, lads, we are screwed. Absolutely screwed. So Barcelona suffering some injuries. Of course, Pedri and Dembele will be out as well for the Clasico. Christensen is now also confirmed out for the Clasico. You have Frenkie de Jong as a doubt, and also Araujo as a doubt as well. Say your prayers now. Hopefully we have some players fit for that game. Hopefully Araujo and Frenkie de Jong can recover and start that game. But 100% no Christensen, no Pedri, and no Dembele for the Clasico. So that was my reaction to the Barcelona news over the past 48 hours. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like, and of course, leave me your thoughts down below in the comments on everything we discussed. The main thing, firstly, of course, is your thoughts on the return of Lionel Messi, and do you think Joan Laporta will hold that personal 1v1 meeting? Secondly, on the signing of Ilkay Gundogan, do you think it'll be a good reinforcement or not? And do you think Xavi is right to request for his signing? Thirdly, your thoughts on the salary reduction. Do you think players will reduce their salaries or not? And finally, your thoughts on the situation of Ansu Fati. I'm actually very intrigued to see what you guys think. What would you do with Ansu Fati? Would you keep him for another season, sell him, or loan him? And of course, make sure you guys subscribe down below if you haven't already. And I'll see you guys next time on the channel. Take care, and Forza Barca.
Yeah.